Hi everyone, welcome to the journey of my YouTube channel, which we have now been on for 1 whole year. So today I'm doing the Booktube Anniversary Tag, and I grabbed the questions for this tag from Bandana Book Mom's Booktube Anniversary video. So I will link to that also so that you can go check that out and celebrate with her because it's her anniversary as well. Question 1 is about reflecting on the previous year and how many subscribers I have since the previous year and how that has gone. So I'm getting close to 100 subscribers. I think at the moment I'm at 88. Maybe by the time I post this, I'll be up over 90. That would be fun. But I'm getting close to that milestone as well as my first year on Booktube. So that's very exciting, and I do have some ideas and plans for how to maybe celebrate that. But I do want to hear from you guys how you think I should celebrate that. The ideas that I have so far would maybe be like talking about my top 10 book to movie adaptations, or maybe doing something fun with story mashups where I pull two different stories out of a hat basically and see if I can come up with a story premise that would combine the two. So if you think that sounds fun, either of those ideas, let me know in the comments, or if you have different ideas for how to celebrate my 100th subscriber, let me know about that. I think we're really close. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you would like to be a part of that first 100 subscribers, then I would definitely invite you to go ahead and click that button. Question 2 is, how many years on Booktube are you celebrating? I think it's no surprise at this point that it is one. It's my first year on Booktube. I'm pretty sure March 26th, 2022 is when I actually uploaded my first video. Question 3 is, what has kept you motivated to keep making videos? And for me, probably the biggest thing is just the goal that I had when I got on Booktube to start with, because I'm working toward hopefully becoming a published author, and so part of that journey is just get out there and meet readers and learn how to do things online. I thought making videos would be a really helpful skill to practice some more and to get better at. So just having that goal out in front of me has been really helpful for motivation, just as something to keep working toward. I've also been able to figure out a pretty good routine. It took me a few weeks to figure out what was going to be a sustainable routine for YouTube videos, and I've had a pretty good rhythm going. It's just sort of my habit now, like, okay, this is my day to make a video and this is my day to edit a video. So just having that regularity has been really helpful for keeping my momentum going. And as I get new ideas, I'm always curious to try out those new ideas, see if they work, see if people like them. So just having those like, oh, what if I did this, or what if I changed this kind of questions, that keeps me motivated to just keep experimenting with new things. And of course, interacting on the community makes me want to keep going, because seeing what other people do sometimes gives me new ideas for like, oh, I could try this, or just I really enjoy interacting with these people and being a part of this community, so I want to keep investing in my channel as a part of that overall Booktube community. And then just the other thing is that it's been fun. I've enjoyed this year of making YouTube videos. I feel like I've learned a lot and it's just been a good time. So that has also kept me motivated. Obviously, that's the ideal, if I'm just motivated because I'm enjoying it so much. And sometimes I have to be motivated by other things too, but in general, I have been having fun with it, and so thankfully that's been a big part of the motivation. Question 4 is, what are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the last year, and why are they your favorites? So maybe this is kind of shallow of me, but I think my 3 videos with the most views are probably my favorites, and I do think that a big reason for that is that they got a positive reception from other people, so that was a big part of the fun, was that other people enjoyed them. It wasn't just like, oh, I thought that was a cool video. It was that more people than I expected also enjoyed them with me. So so that was a big part of it. The first one is my Booktube newbie tag, which is definitely not my first video. It was a couple months into my channel, but it was a fun video to make, and it was my first video to break 100 views, my first video to break 150 views. And it was just so fun to have everybody welcoming me to Booktube. I got to meet a lot of people through the comment section there, and I went through, and if anybody in the comment section had their own channel, then I went and checked out their channel, and so that's how I discovered a lot of the other Booktube channels that I was watching right at the beginning there. So that whole video was just a very fun experience. It was fun to do something that I feel like everybody on Booktube has done this, so it was kind of it was a cool way to sort of get initiated into the community and be like, okay, I'm moving past just making videos that I don't really want anybody to watch, and now I'm actually making videos that are more to share with people. And the second one was my rearranging my bookshelves video, which that was really fun to make. It's really different from anything else that I've done on the channel, so I think that's another reason why it's one of my favorites. It was a good time. And I also like that, I mean, rearranging my bookshelf was something I was going to spend time on anyway, so to have that work for also being the time investment in a YouTube video was just really convenient. I got to kill two birds with one stone there, and I'm still really happy with the arrangement on my bookshelf that I came up with for that video. I have not rearranged it again since then. So that was a really good time. And then also recently, the third one is my March book stack short, which is my first video to break 200 views. So that's been fun. And shorts are really nice because it is such a small time investment to make one. I don't even usually edit mine, and they've been getting a really good response. So that's a win-win if it's less time investment for me, and then also more enjoyment for other people and more effective for growing the channel. Like, okay, this is a good deal. I think I should do more of this. Question 5 is, what have you struggled with on Booktube in the past year, and how did you overcome that struggle? So of course, just being busy has been one of the biggest struggles. I'm sure that's true for everybody. Sometimes it's hard to find time, and sometimes it's hard to stay motivated. We were talking about motivation earlier, so sometimes that's not the easiest thing. So usually in those cases, I either just say, okay, Booktube is not my top priority. That can wait. I don't have to deal with that right now. That can just go later. So that's been good for me sometimes. And then also just the things that I already mentioned about keeping me motivated. A lot of times that's just what I go back to and just kind of keep going, work in YouTube when I can, even when life is busy with other things. And then the other struggle, I guess, is being okay with things going very slowly, which I set out for this channel to be kind of a slow thing. I didn't want it to be a massive time investment, and I knew that I wasn't going to do more than one video a week usually, and that I wasn't going to try to grow it to be massive within a year or something. So it's easy to say that at the outset, but then going along, sometimes it's like, you know, why have I not gotten better at making videos yet, or, you know, why are my numbers not bigger yet, that kind of a thing. So just having that patience and recognizing, like, yeah, it's going slowly, it's supposed to be going slowly, that's not a bad thing, that's actually for the best. So yeah, just recognizing that has been a good thing, but I guess that's been one of the obstacles. Question 6 is, choose one moment from the last year on Booktube that you would like to relive. And the first thing that came to mind for this was just after I finished filming my first video, and I hit stop on the video, and I felt like very drained, but also like that was fun and I want to do it again. So that was a cool moment because I was very much just experimenting to see if this was something that I actually wanted to do. So then to make that video and be like, okay, yeah, I did enjoy that. It did kind of wear me out being in front of a camera, but I liked it, and I had this sense of, okay, this is something that I want to get better at. This is something that I want to keep experimenting with. That felt pretty cool, and it was just all very new and exciting. So that was a good moment. I'm sure there have been a lot of other good moments besides just the beginning. That's not to say it's never been as good as it was after the first video, but that's just one of the moments that came to my mind as being just really fun, and a feeling that I hope I can kind of recapture every time I finish filming. Question 7 is to shout out a huge supporter of your channel. So among other booktubers that I definitely want to thank, Danny Dabbles, Kelly Reads a Lot, Brandon's Bookshelf, and Rekindled Reader are also really good about commenting on my videos regularly. I always really appreciate getting comments from all of you guys and watching your videos that you make. So yeah, definitely thank you for taking this journey with me on my YouTube channel. I will definitely tag and link to those people down below so that you can check out their channels if you're interested in that. Question 8 is, what is the best book that you have read in this past year? And if you've been around this channel very long, you know that I usually cannot shut up about The Silmarillion, or barring that, Speaker for the Dead. Those are the books that I usually go to. Those are my number 1 and number 2 reads of 2022. However, I did not read those in the past year. I read those before I actually started BookTube. It has been over a year since I've read those books. So I can't talk about those as being in the last year anymore. And that's kind of a good thing because I wanted to talk about some other books. So there were several contenders for this. The top four contenders I would say would be Dracula, Harry Potter, The Man Who Was Thursday, and The Fall of Numenor, which is all about the second age of the world of Lord of the Rings, which makes it kind of an automatic win for me, basically. It's Tolkien material, it's Lord of the Rings material. I'm pretty much guaranteed to love it. But I thought for my actual favorite book of the year to talk about, I would go with my favorite read so far of 2023, which is the Earthsea books, especially the Tombs of Atuan. Actually, it's my favorite book that I read so far this year. I'm maybe gonna make a video about these two by themselves because I kind of need to talk about them some more. But yeah, really, really good fantasy books. I won't go too much into them since I do kind of want to make a separate video about them. But basically classic fantasy, but it also feels really unique and it's really well done, and a lot of the fantasy tropes that I like show up in these, and then sometimes they feel very original and not very fantasy tropey, and just really well written. And I just need to make another video about these because I don't think I'm going to communicate well about them in this format. But I thought that was a very fun question to think about, and there you go. I'm finally talking about some books other than Silmarillion and Speaker for the Dead. Question 9 is, where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? So one of the things would be hopefully collaborating with some other booktubers. That would be really fun, and just doing a better job of shouting out other booktubers and linking to their videos and working together with other people. I think that sounds really fun. I think that's part of what makes BookTube so cool, is that people do work together and that we talk about books together. So getting more involved in those ways, I think would be really cool. Hopefully in a year's time, I'll have been able to do some more of that. I also think it's cool that there are a bunch of Discord servers through BookTube where people talk about books. So I would like to try out a couple of those, maybe get kind of involved in one or two. Not that I want to, take on a whole bunch of Discord servers and try to keep up with those, but I think finding one or two really good ones and being kind of regularly involved there would be a good way to get to know some other fantasy readers more. I'm also interested, and you guys can let me know what you think of this, but I'm kind of interested in not just talking about books, but branching out to talking more about movies, TV shows, maybe even video games, other things like that. So let me know if you're interested in also talking about stories in other forms, or if you really just want to talk about books. Because I like talking about all of those different things, but I don't know if you guys would prefer to have this be strictly a book channel, but that's definitely something that I've thought about. I've considered doing more like film analysis type videos, but let me know if you would actually want to watch that if I did it. And also within the next year, I think I will start mentioning on this channel more of the things that I'm writing, and the stories that I'm creating and potentially putting out into the world. So also let me know if you're interested in that. Because I think pretty soon I'm going to have some news items to talk about with my own writing. So I would love to get to know my readers and future readers better through this channel as well. So that is the BookTube Anniversary Tag. It's been a great year. I've learned a lot. I feel like my videos are much better than they were when I started. I also feel like a year from now, if I'm still doing BookTube, hopefully my videos will be much better then than they are now, because I know I still have a lot left to learn, but it's definitely been cool to learn so much from this year of experimenting with BookTube and getting to know people. My two goals in getting on here were make friends and learn stuff, and I have definitely made friends and learned stuff, so there you go, and hopefully I will continue doing that a whole lot more throughout the next year. If you have a BookTube channel and you've got an anniversary coming up, please make this tag too and tag me to let me know that you did it. And whether you do have a BookTube channel or you're just a reader, let me know what you would like to see from this channel in the next year. Where do you think I should be a year from now? Thanks for journeying with me through the past year. See you next time. Bye.